Okay, so today what we're gonna do is make some salsa. So salsa can come in different kinds of versions. It can definitely be with whatever you like to make it with. Some people like red onion, some people like white onion. We also have a variety of jalapenos. We can do serranos. And of course, cilantro. Cilantro carries a big part in salsa, always. You're always going to need some kind of acidity. So lemon or lime, preferably lime. Since today I have a lot of leftover lemons, we're going to use the lemons. And you can't make salsa without tomatoes. It can be tomates that are red. It can be salsa verde with green tomatoes. And those are obviously cooked differently, but today we're going to make it with regular Roman tomatoes. So we're just going to chop these up. As you can see, I already chopped up some cilantro. You don't want too much. And the blender is always going to do the job for you, especially if you have a Ninja. And as you can see, I have cut most of my ingredients except for the serranos, maybe one or two jalapenos. Depending on the person, the more chili you use, you're going to use the seeds and the vein that's inside of each jalapeno. If you don't like a lot of chili, all you do is take that part out and then you just use the skin. There's a hollow area, and every jalapeno is going to have it. It's going to look like that. You just take out the insides. Boom, it's hollowed. And then the salsa will be a lot less heat in it. You won't have to have so much spice. But for example, me and my family, we love spice. So we're going to keep our veins and our seeds in there for the extra heat and flavor. Next thing, a serrano. This is probably a lot hotter than most chilies you're going to find, unless it's a ghost pepper. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty spicy little chili. And as you can see, it has all the veins and the seeds. But like I said, we like chili. If you don't like it, you do the same thing you would do for the jalapenos. I don't know how to determine whether what chili is harder than the other. There has been theories of, the way the point is on the top, if it's more curvier, which means if it's more riper, I guess, like any other produce, the sweeter the berry, or the riper the berry, the sweeter the juice. But we're just going to say, I guess you can tell after, so long of it being on shelf, which one can be hotter. These look like pretty spicy, and I can obviously smell it in my fingers. Another thing is, if you are going to use this, and you're going to do this, your hands will be absorbing all these chiles. So once these chiles are in your fingers, do not rub your eyes, do not touch your kids, do not do anything that might burn or hurt your companion or partner. You just pretty much wear gloves, or you just handle it. Like, I've been doing this for years, so this is not a big deal for me. But yeah, if I'm going to touch my kids and stuff, no, I have to, make sure I wash my hands, or I wear gloves, or don't even touch their eyes. Like, you don't get near their face or nothing. Just keep it minimum as far as fingers in contact. And the tomatoes don't have to be cut a certain way, only because it's all going in the blender. So it's all going to be processed. So whichever kind of way you do it, it's going to work. Because all of this ingredients is going in here. And this is my first video, guys, so don't be too critical on me. I'm trying my hardest. Just put my kids down to bed, and I'm just trying to show people some of my secret recipes, I guess, and hopefully maybe somebody can learn something and teach me some new things I know, or vice versa. If you guys have any questions, you guys can feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we can go from there. So me and my family, we love cilantro. Gently chop that up, slide all that to one corner. And today, like I said, I'm using purple onion because we have extra. Ran out of the other onion, or the yellow onion, because my mom made kapsa yesterday for me and my sons. So today we're gonna utilize what we have left. And you want the ratio to everything, I would say, depending on if the person likes heat, if the person likes tomato flavor, you can base it on you and your flavor profile. You don't necessarily have to have more onion or more cilantro, or you might not even like cilantro. You can use parsley, or maybe you like the red onion instead of the white onion. It's really up to you. And like I said, practice makes perfect. So the only way you're going to know what you like is if you practice on making it. So we're going to test this out, and let's see, because this might be part of a new recipe. Also, what I like to use, and I forgot to get it. That's weird. Oh, here it is. Whole peel tomato. So you're going to use this because the tomate that you're using, or the tomato you're using, is not going to be sweet enough. It's going to have a lot of acidity to it. So you're going to need to use something with a salt base that will, compromise the heat and flavor. Whole peel tomatoes has a lot of salt and has a lot of sugar for the preservatives. So this is like the perfect match for any salsa, especially if it's red. And I only use whole peel tomatoes because when you put it in the blender, you want everything to mix together. And you want everything to come combined in one. The only way you're going to get that is if you have it still whole. If it's crushed tomato, everything's already processed, so the flavor's not going to unite as one. I'm going to start adding my ingredients. And you're going to have to use this in a way where you kind of eyeball it to where it fits in, but don't add too much. So like right now, it's up here. Once I you know what I mean, once I blend it, then you will be able to work with the consistency and put more in. So I usually put mine on some, if you can see. So there's still a couple whole items in there, like a tomate, but look at how it went back down. So now you can add the remaining of your ingredients without overfilling them. And right here I have some lemon juice. Like I said, lemon or lime, anything that has acidity. These are like the best things ever. I very, very recommend that you invest in one. Not very, but I do recommend that you invest in one. Only because as a kid, I remember having to squeeze all these by myself in my hand, and it sucked. So now that we have these new technology things, even though those electronic ones, that works. But I mean, that's just being a little too. Gotta use your hands. Gotta get your hands, filling the food so you can feel what you're making. That's the best part of cooking. All right. So then, I want to say it's up to your standard as well of how much stuff you want to add in it. Like if you like a lot of acidity, you're gonna add a lot of acidity. So when you use those squeezers, sometimes the lemon seeds come through, or the limes seeds. Just use your finger as a strainer, and then you'll just get the remaining stuff right there. And always, always, always use seasonings. So what we have are the two main ones, which is salt and pepper. Never go without. Next is what we have is garlic salt with parsley. My fave, not everybody else's, but to each its own, whatever you like. Like I said, it's up to you. And if you like salt, then you're going to put a lot of salt. And in my family, we like salt more than we should. But that's just us. So you're going to add what you like. I usually add a tablespoon or more, only because we're salty people. Then you're going to put it back in. You're going to start it back on smooth. Okay, looks like it's done. Now, we always think it's ready when the blender stops, right? But that's not the case, because you always have to taste your food before you serve it. So, oh my God. Whew. Oh my God. That's hot. Really good, but really spicy. Oh my goodness. Those jalapenos were definitely overripe or ready for salsa, because I'm burning my mouth. So, like I said, that is perfect salsa right there. Ready to be scrumptious. And it could be used with chips, tacos, fry bread, you name it. It's going to put a spice to their life that they'll never forget for my salsa. But you can put whatever you like. How much jalapenos, serranos, cilantro, lime, salt, pepper, and it'll be the same, but less hot and a little bit better for your orgasm yourself. This, my son's gonna love it. So thank you for watching, and hope you watch next time. This is HELL-N-HEELz.